Hey guys, this is gonna be like a different video, I guess, than what I've done before. To be fair, all the videos I'm gonna be making are different than what I've done before because I don't have a lot of videos on here. So, this came to me as a thought last night. I'm not really sure like where the thought came from. I just thought it was an important thing to do. So, for those of you that know me in real life, I guess I could be described as someone that has like high functioning depression, where I definitely suffer with a lot of the symptoms, but I still try to have that like outward happy look on life, or just like in general, like my personality, I try to, be fun and happy and not be a piece of shit. But the last couple days I've been feeling really down and I'm not really sure where it's come from. And I kind of just wanted to make this video like going over some of the stuff that's like really hard to do when you're going through a depressive episode. Because there are a few things that people, I guess, just don't think about when they think of someone with depression. And because it's not always just, lying in bed crying, there are tons of other ways that it kind of like manifests, especially in myself. So, for example, I haven't shot anything since before Christmas. And it's not that I don't want to, like, I do want to, and I do have ideas about stuff that I want to shoot and like how I want my portfolio to look. I just legitimately do not have the energy or the like drive to set something up. And then what also happens to me too is that when I do set something up and I do shoot something and I have like, images on my computer that are great and I love them and I'm really excited about sharing them, I have zero desire to edit them or retouch them. And so what usually ends up happening is I try to like get people to help me, but it doesn't always like work out in my favor. So those are two main things that I've noticed. Some of the other stuff that I've noticed too is just like a general desire to just not do anything. And it's like, I'll be sitting on the couch thinking of all the stuff that I need to do. Like, for example, I have a bunch of dishes I need to do in the kitchen right now. I need to unload the dishwasher. I need to reload it. There's like a cast iron frying pan that we made nachos in last night that's just been sitting there overnight because no one did anything with it. And all I want to do is just watch TV. Or watch YouTube videos or play games on my phone. And I know that those things have to get done. I just like literally have no desire to do anything. And sometimes that also includes things like eating. It includes things like showering, shaving my legs, going to the gym. This weekend has been so bad. I was trying to use up my remaining passes for my dance studio that I go to, and I kept booking all these classes, and then I kept canceling them because the time would come, like the cancel window, and I'd be like, are you really gonna go to that tonight? No, you're not. You're just not. So yeah, like, I don't know, this weekend's been really weird, and I just kind of felt like I needed to make like a video about it because I know that there's lots of other people that are struggling with this kind of stuff too. I know like a lot of my friends struggle with this kind of stuff and they kind of were telling me some stuff that they struggle with too. So I'm going to read some of that out here. So for example, one of my friends said that she finds it really hard to get out of bed to clean herself up. So for example, like shower or like do your makeup or do your hair or whatever. She also says that she finds it really hard to act nicely to family and friends. And also just to like talk and reply to people in general, which I definitely have that problem where I will, go through moments of like being like, yay, everything's really amazing. And then I'll make all these plans and I'll set up, stuff and then I'll cancel them because I cannot. It's not that I can't be bothered to do it. It's just I don't have the energy. I can't. She also has problems with like eating. So either you eat way too much, you just can't stop, or you just don't eat anything at all. Another friend said that she finds it really hard to fake being in a happy, positive mood. And if she doesn't have to go to work, she'll stay in bed all day and not talk to anyone. And she also says that sometimes the only thing she feels like doing is just watching TV and eating. There's lots of other examples too. So I'm just gonna like go through some stuff right now that like I've noticed about myself that I started doing because I didn't want to do it, but then I kept doing it after I felt better because I knew that if I go back into a pattern, it would just be easier to not have to do it. So I pretty much stopped wearing makeup. If I have to go out anywhere, sometimes I'll put on like a little bit of concealer. So like I do have a spot right here right now. I'm not worrying about it, whatever. And then I will put on mascara and then sometimes a little bit of lipstick. Sometimes, depending on how special the occasion is. Normally, day to day, I just use moisturizer and that's it. I actually decided a while ago that I was gonna stop wearing foundation because my skin was breaking out so often and I couldn't get it under control, and I tried so many products and nothing was working. And then one day I was just like, well, why am I like covering the problem instead of treating it? So I just stopped wearing foundation. And I would just cover up any red spots with a little bit of this really nice light concealer that I found. So I went to Sephora and I bought like a whole bunch, like $200 worth of skincare products. And that actually started doing the trick. So now that my skin is mostly under control, I mean, I still have spots. I'm sure you guys can see some, especially like, I always seem to get spots here. And then like in the lines of my face here, I get them on my chin. So like, I don't know what causes those, but this is like 1,000% better than it was even like 4 months ago. So I stopped wearing foundation, and that not only saved me so much time, but it also made me feel better, because when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see like splotchy makeup or like, you know, red peeking through the makeup that I was wearing. I just saw my skin, and my skin started looking really nice. So that made me really happy. So I cut that out completely. And like I said, sometimes I will put on a little bit of concealer or some mascara, depending what I'm doing. But most of the time, I stopped wearing it. And not only has it saved me so much time, it's improved my skin. I don't know why like more people don't wear makeup. I know why people don't wear makeup. I wish more people would not wear makeup. Because a lot of people probably would find the same results as me, is where they're constantly battling skin. Like, I'm in my 30s. Why do I have bad skin? This is something a teenager should be dealing with. And when I stopped wearing makeup, it just fixed itself. So another thing that I do to deal with the depression is I kind of like I always try to make sure that I know when stuff is due. So for example, with my podcast, The Creators Conflict, I know that I post that every second Thursday. So I know that by Tuesday, the week of, so 2 days before that it's due, I have to finish editing the episode and I have to get it all set up. I know that that's not a good plan to have stuff so last minute, but it really works for me, because otherwise I know that I'll put it off, and then I just won't do it. So that's something that I do for that. Another thing that I do is I always just try to do the most important stuff first in my day. So, I mean, like, this isn't a great example because I felt like this video was the most important thing I should be doing today, so I'm forgoing the dishes. I haven't even had breakfast yet. All I did was shower and make coffee. But this is what I decided was more important, so this is what I'm doing first. I also have already dressed in my gym clothes. I've got my gym pants on. You can't see them because I was supposed to go to a gym class this morning. I canceled it because I woke up and I just wasn't feeling well. And it was I guess just like a mixture of me feeling down, me being sick the last couple weeks, and also I had a pain in my side last night that was still kind of there when I woke up, so I canceled the class, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I am going to one this afternoon, which is why I'm already dressed, ready to go, and there's no excuses now. All I have to do is just get there on time. So, like, LA, do it. Just do it. Another thing that I do is I will just take days where I don't have anything pressing to do and there's nothing going on, and I will just sit down and watch like 4 hours of TV, because that is like where I go to escape from my daily life. And I have so many shows recorded right now. I've actually been really good about not watching too much TV lately, because I was noticing that I was slipping into this really terrible habit of coming home, turning on the TV, grabbing a glass of wine, and just not leaving. So I have been like cutting that down. I've been trying to only do that like once a week. because I still feel like I need it for my soul to just sit there and do nothing and not think about anything other than whatever stupid drama problems are happening on the TV. And if you know me and you know the kind of shows that I watch, you know that they're all stupid drama shows. So yeah, that's something that I would do to get my mind off stuff. Another really big problem that I'm having with my depression is just not wanting to cook or eat healthy, and all I want is like onion rings. I freaking love onion rings, man, and it's literally all I want to eat, that and ice cream. And it gets really bad to the point where I will not make anything or buy any groceries, and so either you have to go to the store and buy groceries or you just order something in. But if I can choose not to leave my house, that's what I'm gonna do. So I just order in whatever I feel like eating, which is a terrible, terrible habit, and it costs so much more. I ran into this problem a couple years ago. My boyfriend and I were both kind of like in this rut, and we just ordered in everything and it got so expensive so fast, and then you never had any food in the house for like snacks or anything because you weren't going to the grocery store. So that's like something trying to work through again right now, is just like getting motivated to go to the grocery store, buy stuff, and make whatever, even if it's something really simple like spaghetti or like pesto, like just dumb stuff like grilled cheese sandwiches. Anything that you can just make quickly is really amazing when you're not feeling 100% like yourself. I also struggle a lot with getting up early. It's something I have, like, I just can't do it. It's not anything new. My mom always jokes that because I was born at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm not a morning person. I think she's right. It's something that I've always had trouble with. Always. And unless there's something I'm really excited about or something that I am like so looking forward to, or like it's something really important, like if I don't do this, like my life is going to be changed for the worse, then I will get up and I will do it. You know, I'm not often late for work. I definitely have a really hard time getting out of bed in the morning sometimes and getting dressed and like getting ready. Like there are so many days where I skip showering just because I have, you know, dry shampoo that I can put in my hair, and I'll just put on extra deodorant, maybe like a spray or something, because I didn't like wake up in time. And that's something that gets like really hard, and it like really compounds on itself when I'm not feeling 100% like myself, and it's something I'm trying to like work on as I get older. Like I'm trying to enjoy waking up early. So today I was supposed to go to, like I said, I was supposed to go to a gym class at 9:30. I did end up canceling it, but I set my alarm for 8 and I woke up, and I kind of like lied in bed for like 45 minutes, but at least I was up, right? So that's progress, I think. There is like a few other things too that I kind of like catch myself doing when I'm not feeling 100% myself. And one of those things really is drinking. I love going out and having drinks with friends. I love the social aspect of it. I like feeling kind of like happy and, you know, kind of like free after I've had a few drinks. I don't get drunk depressed very often. I usually go the complete opposite, and I get really excited and really happy. And people have said this to me before. They're like, "You're the happiest drunk I've ever met." So it's kind of like, I don't find it as a depressive for me, but I do find that sometimes I get really lazy, and especially on those days where I just like come home and turn the TV on and have a glass of wine or like 3, those are the days where I just don't get anything done because I get lazy and I get stuck in this, like literally this corner. This is like the comfiest TV watching corner ever. I can sit here, my plants are there, I can look at all my plants, the TV is there, so I just kind of like hang out there and do nothing for days. It's terrible. Speaking of plants, that is something that a lot of people have noticed have like cropped up in my life lately, seemingly out of nowhere. I don't think it's been out of nowhere. I think that it's been like a slow progression of obsession. So this pothos back here, let me just, there you go. I got that, I don't know, 2.5, maybe even 3 years ago now, because I had that hook hanging in my ceiling for forever, ever since we moved in, and we just never put anything there. And then one day I was like, Marshall, I really want to put a plant there, and he was like, cool, so we got a plant. And then for my 30th birthday, so 2 years ago, I'm gonna be 32. Okay, math. Someone gave me a dragon tree for my birthday, which I thought was hilarious because who gives someone a dragon tree for your birthday? And turns out it was perfect and I loved it. And it's hanging out over there. And from there, I kind of just like started picking up little plants here and there. You know, I think I started off with, the next one after that was my jade plant, which is right here. You can kind of see it. Let's see if I can. There you go. So I got that. And then from there I got a couple succulents, and then I got, what was the next one? Marshall's boss gave me a huge snake plant, which I think you saw in my other video. And then I just kind of like started noticing that there's all these plant stores around, and I would kind of just like, you know, swing by them after work and pick up a plant. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I have like 55 plants. And now I'm getting more into like the rare ones. But anyways, the point is that I like taking care of the plants, and I think that it's been really good for me to have something to take care of. Like I've wanted a dog for so long, but my landlord won't allow pets in this unit. So I needed something to take care of, and I needed something to, I don't know, obsess over that wasn't like TV or something. So that's what I did. I got into plants. Seems to be working out pretty well so far. So, anyways, I feel like that's enough for this video. You guys probably didn't even watch this all the way through, because who wants to hear about someone talk about their depression? Nobody. Which is also why I wanted to make this video, because that's like something that needs to happen more in our society, is we need to talk about this stuff, which is another reason why I made the Creators Conflict podcast. And it is talking to other creative people, you know, photographers, makeup artists, actors, musicians, painters, like whatever. I don't care what you do as a creative person. If you do something creative, I want you to come on my podcast, and I want you to talk to me about your life. And I want you to talk to me about things that you struggle with as a creative person and how it affects your creative process and the things that you do. That's what I want to talk to you about. So here's my video talking about some of the stuff that I struggle with. And here's my video talking about what it's like, you know, having depression and what I've been doing to kind of like help manage it. Because I don't take any medication for it. I never have. There was a point in my life where I probably should have, and I never did because I didn't want to. I don't like doctors. I don't like going to the doctors. I don't like being poked and prodded and asked questions by doctors. I know that there are things that doctors are useful for. I really don't like them. I've only had bad experiences, so I just don't go to the doctor unless it's something like really urgent that I like, you know, need medication for, or like if I, you know, broke a bone, I would obviously go to the hospital, but I don't go, and I don't like being on medication. Again, I've also pretty much only had bad side effects with taking medication, even just stuff like birth control, all bad side effects. So I just don't. So yeah, this is my mental health video. Cool. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go into the comments, and I want you to tell me things that you struggle with and how you deal with them. And what I think I would like to do is make a podcast episode on all your responses. So I'm going to like leave, you know, I'm going to wait a couple months probably so that, you know, hopefully more people find this video, more people comment on it, so that I can get a good list of stuff. And then we can talk about it on a podcast episode. So yeah, leave me a comment, please, letting me know what you think and stuff that you struggle with, how you deal with it. And I would so appreciate if you hit that subscribe button as well, because as you know, if you don't have a lot of subscribers, a lot of your stuff doesn't get seen, and we want this to be seen. I want more information from people. So cool. Anyways, I need to go make some breakfast. I'm starving. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in my next video.